Okay, so you're going to need to have a Phillips head screwdriver, or you can get a drill to take these screws out much easier. And get this door panel out. I'm going to start on that. You're going to need to get this undone here as well. You're going to need to get yourself a ratchet. Get this off. Get the door handle, interior door handle off, and the lock here. You're also going to need to use that ratchet. So, but first of all, use an Allen wrench to loosen this right here for the window crank. Pretty simple, comes right out. Should come right out at least, unless it's a really rusted car. There we go. This comes off. Shake a little bit if it's sitting a long time. There you go. And you have your spacer. Make sure to keep that. You have different size spacers. Depending on the car, you have different size spacers on the front and the rear. So make sure you keep the correct spacer with that. So we have that off. Now we're going to have to focus on getting the lock off and then getting this door handle off. So let's focus on that next. Okay, so gotta get this. We get this ratchet here. I believe this is a 7/16. Get it in here to gotta pull back just to get it in here on the bolt. There it is, lined up. And just loosen it. It should start coming loose. Door handle, hold on to the door handle. And also kind of push against it a little bit. Push it out this to my left. Put pressure against the bolt. And there you go. It's out. Place these to the side. Keep the bolt with that. Make sure to baggy all these things and label them too. Next, I'm going here. I'm going to have to get, looks like a 5/8 or so for this lock. Okay, we have a 3/8. We actually got a 3/8. I think I said 5/8 in the last video by accident. The 3/8 size here. Put it up underneath the lock. Yep, it fits perfectly. Just slide and start twisting that. And it's coming loose. Try not to hit the door panel like I just did, because you could put divots in it and scratch it up. That would be bad. So, when it's loose, you might need a little help on holding this, because once it gets loose, it doesn't want to ratchet anymore. So, keep holding on to that. Okay, let's see how far we've come. See if we can twist it out with our fingers, or if it's pretty much... You can use the end here. Take off the end, grab it, use the extension to twist the remainder by hand, possibly. Feels like it's coming out. And there it is, folks. As I drop the extension on the ground. Dropping tools on the ground, you must do it in order to be a real mechanic. Let's just say that. That's just part of being a mechanic, is dropping your tools on the ground when you're working on your car. Then you gotta go search for them. That makes it even more fun. So. And this lock seems to be good, stuck in there a little bit, so I may have to put something in there to knock it out. I don't want to damage definitely don't want to damage the panel, so I have to be very careful. It's alright, I'll work on that here in a little bit. It's not a problem. Let me get this out. Next step we're going to do, once we get this piece out, just lifts up this locking piece, will just lift up out of there. You have to unscrew right here. There's two screws that are holding the panel down inside before we can take the panel off. I'm going to show you briefly what that looks like. Let's go in here so I can show you what needs to come off next. See those screws right there? Those need to come out next. The one right here, and the one right there. Of course, I need to get this wedged out. It's stuck in there. Sometimes that happens. So I might be able just to put this underneath and wedge it. We'll work on that. And unscrew these screws, so get those loose while I'm waiting. Let's go ahead and do that. Pretty simple normally. Alright, here we go. It's unscrewing quite easily. Very good. Like that. Let's work on this one. There we go, got it started. Oh, I dropped the screwdriver. I believe these aren't supposed to be flathead screwdrivers. These screws, I think, are supposed to be Phillips head, but it's okay. We're just taking them out right now. We'll try to get the bolt kits and things like that to put the right stuff back in it. Because when we want to make this a nice car, put the right bolts in it. Okay, so let's work on wedging that little piece of the lock out. Once we do that, we'll be able to take the screws off on all the corners here, all the way around, and then pop this baby loose. It's gonna have should have some pieces in here we're gonna have to pop loose that hold it in there. But we can get the screws out, and that'll help us get started. Okay. So, I'm having a hard time getting this lock off. It's been pressure squeezed. This lock's been squeezed. When it was screwed in, with this, and it does that sometimes. It'll clamp around that rod that needs to go in here. So what I'm going to attempt to do is try something new, and that's going to be take out all of these screws around the door, get all the door panel screws out, make sure to put them all in one place. A lot of these are special screws. Also, I'll probably end up buying a new screw kit, but you know, if it does have the correct screws in good shape, I'll reuse them. Take all these screws out. Okay, got those off. Now I need to pop these clips loose. There's going to be clips in here. Boom, see that? Pop clips. I don't know how many are in here. It's old car, so somebody could have taken this panel off and not put all the clips back. There's one there. Oh, they went flying around. Whoa. Okay, that's all the clips. Okay. Alright. Now, let's see if this, hoping that I can get this thing to pop loose, 'cause it's going to come off this way, and that's where that rod ends. So if I can just weasel it over a little bit at a time, and it's coming loose, so it looks like that's going to work, folks. As the panel comes off, so does this. Awesome. Okay, so now we get to see the Sassy Grass Green. You can already see probably hints of it as I'm moving this panel around. Let's see the real color of this car. Wow, look at that. Move this panel out of the way. What do you think? Look at that, it even has a number 2. Looks like a marking right here, a factory marking. I don't know if you can see that right there. But look at that. Wow, it's all gouged up right here. I wonder what happened here. Wow. Let's take a peek at that. See what happened. Okay, we need to work on this door jamb rubber seals. Get those off as well. Make sure to label those. This will be on the passenger side. Also, we'll have another seal here on the rear quarter panel right here, right there. We got to get that off as well. So, pause. There we go. Comes right off. Here are the screws. Make sure to label these. Put these in baggies. Okay, so let's get this. Here's the interior quarter panel. Let's get this seal loose. It's jammed in that screw. Looks like somebody's taken these off before. Some of these screws are stripped a little bit. And they are also, some of them are also finding that they're not the correct screws. Many of these screws are actually way too long. They're not supposed to be that long. A lot of them are very short and stubby. Okay, there you go. Comes right out. Okay, so let's take out this right here. I think it's called the Sill Plate, what we're trying to take out here. Boy, screws. Some of these screws get stripped in here too, and it makes it very difficult to get these out. You may have to drill them out if it gets to that point, which hopefully not. We hope. Again, a drill would be much faster than using a screwdriver. Just don't have my drill with me right now. Go. Oh, one more screw. Sill Plate. There you go, ladies and gents. Your Sill Plate.